Today, we're going to be talking about why you aren't completing the task. Now, I want you to think about a task that you've been telling yourself that you want to do, but you just haven't gotten to it. It keeps getting delayed, it keeps getting pushed back. Maybe you scheduled on your calendar, but you never seem to have the time, even though you planned for it. I want to talk to you about why you aren't getting that thing done. So, one of the reasons that we could actually not be getting something done is that we actually don't want to do the thing. So when you think about that task, I want you to check in with yourself first. Like, is this something I actually want to do? And then I want you to ask yourself why, because the answer to this question of why you want to do it really matters. Because you might find that you're only wanting to do this task because you think you should, or someone else told you to, or it's what you usually do, or it's something that everybody else does. You might not find a reason that's like, oh, yeah, I really want to do this because I have a reason that I love. So when you check in with yourself, like, is this something that I actually want to do? Or is this something that I'm just telling myself that I should do? And then another reason that you might not be doing the thing is your brain has some kind of good reason to not get it done. Now, we might not think that these are good reasons, but usually it does have a reason that makes sense. So this could kind of look like it's afraid that if you get this task done, then this other thing might happen. It's afraid that if we use the energy to get this task done, it might be really hard, it might be really challenging, and then we might not have that energy for something else that we need it for. It also might have fears about you reaching your goal. So if we can kind of look at like, why might my brain, if it had a good reason, why wouldn't it want to achieve the goal? And this can kind of help us solve for the thing that's really getting in the way of us achieving our goal. And then the last reason that I want to share with you today about why you're not getting the thing done is your brain doesn't want to be uncomfortable. So sometimes doing something requires us to feel discomfort. But if we don't actually know how to feel the discomfort and process through the discomfort and still do it, then oftentimes we just end up avoiding it. And so what this can look like is our brain just coming up with these ways for us just not to do it because every time we think about it, it feels really uncomfortable. Every time we sit down to start to do it, it feels really uncomfortable. And if we don't know how to work through that, then we just keep avoiding it. And therefore, we just keep avoiding the task and not doing it. So these are some of the reasons that you could be avoiding the thing that you're not getting done. I have opened up spots for my 12-week coaching program, and you can sign up for a consult right now. Just go to successbykayla.com to sign up for your free consult call. And on this call, we're going to talk about where you are, where you want to be, and what are the steps in between you getting there. And one of the 12 calls is actually focused on this exact thing that we talked about in the podcast episode. We're going to talk about why you're avoiding that thing that you want to get done. We're going to remove those barriers that your brain's putting in the way. And then we're also going to talk about how to move through any of these things. Like if you find yourself being like, yeah, you know what? Every time I sit there, it's so uncomfortable and I just can't do the thing. So I keep avoiding it. We're going to talk about that. We're going to figure out what that discomfort's about. And we're also going to talk about strategies to help you move through that so that you can get that thing done. And here's the best part about this is once you figure out how to do it for one thing, you can just keep repeating the process to continue doing it for all the things you might be avoiding. So if you're interested in that 12-week coaching program, then go to successbykayla.com to sign up for the consult.